Hi there guys and welcome to the video. I'm about to show you the best customs loot run in my opinion. Low risk, high reward. You can do this on a pistol run, you can do this every single run that you run through customs. It's just a all round fairly easy run. You just need to avoid certain areas, watch out for certain areas and know where to look. And if you stay tuned, I'll show you all that in this video, okay? Right, let's get on with it. So, if you're spawning over Crossroads side, we're going to be wanting to move along down towards Junk Bridge. So keeping an eye out for any other spawns, because you'll get spawns around in Trailer Park and in Customs. Obviously, if you don't want to risk too much, then don't go to Customs. If you do want to risk a little bit more, you can add Customs onto this run and probably make it a little bit more lucrative. However, this is fairly lucrative anyway, considering the risk you put in and the amount that you can get out. So, this is the first point of interest coming up right here. Need to watch out. The scav spawns over there and can also sit around in this area, so you need to keep your eyes peeled, keep an eye out for scavs, make sure you're not going to get caught out in the open, okay? And we'll move on to the first stash and the next point of interest. Hang tight. So, here's the next point of interest. Keep an eye on that hill over to the left. People call it Sniper Hill. And also, keep your eye on the line here where this wall is with factory, because people walk down there will be looking in over to Sniper Hill. Okay guys, so here's the next point of interest as well. You need to take our time crossing this road, and just because you're going to get raiders potentially or a boss over at dorms, and watch out for the wall as well. People like to come out those breaches in the wall. Then when you do cross, you run up straight over and press X immediately as soon as your face touches that pipe, and then we're off, and then you can crouch up again and immediately, and then we're into the secret stash. So secret stashes, good stuff in them. Not always great stuff, but you know, good stuff, enough to sell. And we'll move over to the next stash. Usually take it nice and slow through here, making sure you look out for dorms. Pushing on again, move towards the next stash, keeping an eye on those corners, making sure no one's going to surprise us, just keeping our eyes peeled. And here's the next stash, hidden like a trapdoor. So let's see what we've got in here. Okay, mayo, gauge, that's worth some money, fluids for us, and some useless stuff, expensive shotgun rounds. Just the usual stuff, all the stuff that's going to sell for money. So, next stash we're going to is one just behind this wall. We're going to keep our eye out left and right here, because people will sit and watch, and over towards gas station, make sure no one's cresting that hill. So this is next stash down here. It's like a tub in the ground next to this lamp post, and again, some alright stuff that's just gonna sell. I always try and keep a hold of ammunition, because ammunition saves you having to buy it. It's free ammo, it's free shots, it's all good to go. So I'll fast forward to the next point of interest. So we're pushing up to the pylon, making sure, keep an eye on gas station, and here we are guys. This is where the good loot starts usually. Unless it's already been looted, then you bypass it, but if you manage to get here and it's not been looted, check this box. Usually get a good couple of bits here and there. Just grab it all, cipher through it later once you get a minute, because you don't want to be out in the open. Check the top of the boxes. There's usually stuff there. I'm just grabbing everything now. Then I check this rifle case. See what's got in it. Nothing, unfortunately, this time. And then there's a secret stash right here, hidden in the bushes. good little stash, often missed, and it holds good stuff. So next, if you wanted, you can come around and check out the next gun box in between these two concrete blocks. It's usually all looted because these are the obvious stuff. So all this obvious stuff, you can skip it if you want to, because especially if you know it's already been looted. But the next part will go up to the secret stash at Pass Between Rocks. Okay, and this stash at Pass Between Rocks is another trapdoor stash. So it's well hidden next to these bushes here, and as you can see, a little bit of loot in it. Actually, I find that this stash is usually the one that's got the most stuff in it. Pistol in there as well, so that's always good. If you've come in with a gun, just a standard like AK or something like that, you've got an extra pistol to help you out, sidearm, just in case. So now we're going to move on down to the military command post secret stash next to this large bin. Keeping an eye out for a scav checkpoint over here, because there is a scav sniper and it's usually a lot of action up on the hill as well. You need to keep out an eye for people watching you and trying to pick you off. So this is the next stash, and yeah, plenty of stuff in it. Okay, and some paracord. Look at that. So yeah, it's the run's already paid for itself anyway. You've come in, big backpack, pistol, and you've got these stashes, and even if 2 or 3 are looted out of the run, the stashes usually pay for themselves within 1 or 2. Okay, so keeping an eye on the scav checkpoint again, and making sure no one's following you. Now around here is the obvious stuff. Everyone's gonna have looted this. You know, make sure there's not that sniper scav outside the map anywhere that can see you. Yeah, this is the obvious stuff. This will all be looted more than likely, unless you spawn over this side, and you can do this whole thing in reverse. But it's always good to check it. If it's not been looted, then you grab and loot. You know, it's all money in the pocket, so grab it if you can. So I don't do the backpack because it's just too far in the open, too out in the open. You can get attacked from left and right. Check in left and right here at this breach, make sure there's no one there, and right around the corner again to the next stash. Now this is a trapdoor stash again, so keep your eyes peeled for it. You might not see it first time. Look at this. This is absolutely loaded out. There's got to be a gun here. I think there's going to be a gun on that left. The fuel conditioner's paid for itself. Perfect. Fuel conditioner's 90 grand. The paracord's obviously well and truly paid for this entire run, but the gauge also paid for the run as well. That's 40 grand, I think. So moving on over to the left here, keeping an eye out in the center because there will be scavs somewhere around here, especially if you haven't spawned over this end and taken it out. And this is ZB1011 right here. You go in through the front, that's where we'll be exiting. But I come under here, and over to the left immediately there is a secret stash, keeping an eye out for those places where PMCs and scavs could be. Let's have a look and see what's in here. Oh, hose. And oh, new item. Looks like bleach. Decent. Drain cleaner or something. Cool. Keep an eye in there because PMCs love to sit in there. So do scavs actually, to be fair. Left for scavs, right for scavs and PMCs. Keep an eye through there because it's quite a spawn for them. And they spawn in here too, so keep an eye out. Check the dead body because he gets keys on him sometimes. I don't know if they've patched that out, but a rechargeable battery is always helpful. And I don't always check this table, but it's handy to check, and I don't always check this toolbox either. It's one of those odd ones where it turns up empty like that. So now next one I like to call big box 1 or big box 2, or big box low and big box high. So I'm coming up here, keeping an eye on that rear entrance because scavs always come in through there. And this is big box low or big box 1, and this is where I found an M4 and all sorts of other things. Some good gear in here usually. So not too good this time, but you know, it's still gear, it's still loot. You know, it's all stuff that sells, and it's just gonna do more good in your pocket than someone else's. get that gauge in there. Trying to figure out what's going to be the most expensive to take out or to hold on just in case we get killed. Prioritizing those things that are going to pay for the raid, you know? Pay for the raid regardless of whether you die. So long as you can buy back all your gear. Oh, gone wrong here. Keep an eye on that exit, keep an eye on that box, because if someone comes up there, it's a one tap to the head and you've got the kill. Let's have a look here. Oh, we've got some loot in here. Nice extended mag for an AK. Need to have a fiddle around with what's in my inventory here, so move some bullets. Yep, move that one, that one, that one, that one, and we'll put this up here, this up here, this up here. Free up some room. Turn that on its side. Yep, and then that can go on its side as well. Perfect. Bit of inventory. Now this is a handy tip to get down fast and not make too much noise. So we're going to drop for this bookshelf, and you don't usually hurt yourself, maybe sprain an ankle or something. There we go. Quick drop and onto the table, quick and out. No running up and down. Keep an eye on the left here and on the right, but that drop down is just so much better than going all over that metal running around. Keep an eye out for scavs here as well. And here we go to ZB1011 to get out. Make sure there's no scavs in the bushes. Scav central over here, so keep an eye out. And down into ZB1011, and here we go, we're going to be getting out. So, that is all the loot that I've got from that run. Now, even if you miss out the box high and box low, even if you miss out the checkpoint there, and you miss out the pylon, then you know if you take into consideration what I got from the secret stashes, that's where you make your money. I made most of that money, in fact all the money, from those secret stashes. So that is the best way, in my opinion, to run customs, and I'll run that anyway. I'll run that pistol run, I'll run that geared. I'm going in there and I'm catching those stashes and catching those specific areas to maximize my amount of loot and money that I can get from the raid, regardless of whether I have an interaction, regardless of whether I kill people. That's where I'm making my money. I'm making my money from those secret stashes and from those key points. Just have to keep an eye out and make sure you don't get picked off from those key areas, okay? So, happy raiding, guys. Good luck, have fun, and if I catch you stealing from my loot stashes, I will kill you. Right, I'll see you all in the next video, and have fun. Don't forget to like and subscribe, it really helps, okay guys? So, we'll see you in the next one. Thank you.